this is Tracy. I got a few comments and questions from people, some private messages saying I keep talking about aquaponics and the ammonia, the nitrates, what are they, what do you do, how do I test for them? What I have here is a test kit, okay? It comes in a package kind of like this. There's different ones, and this one's pretty common. It is a freshwater test kit, and the test is for pH, ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate. In the pH, you can go a regular range or a high range. The regular range goes from 6 to 7.6, and the high test goes from 7.4 to 8.8. So you kind of have to know where you start. You can do one and kind of tell. You know, if you do a low one, you'll see it get darker, and if it's off the chart, then just do the high one. So, but doing a test, you have to do the test, because basically what happens is the fish give off ammonia, okay? And the ammonia then gets turned into nitrite. And another bacteria comes in and turns the nitrite to nitrate, and the plants eat the nitrate. Now, this test tests for ammonia. There's also ammonium, which you don't really test for because it's really not harmful for the fish. So it's fine. It's got to be really high levels. Kind of like nitrates really don't kill the fish or anything. They have to be a really high level before it does anything, kind of like ammonium. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get these 4 vials here. Comes with the kit, and you got the line here, okay? You fill each one of the line, and then you add the drops for the different ones, and we're just going to go through that right here as we go in here. First one I'm going to go in, and the easiest way when you get it here, if you get too much, just kind of shake it down till you get it to the line. And you just do this for all 4. After you get going at it, it's pretty quick. First couple times you do this, you know, it takes a little while. But after you do it a little bit, you'll know exactly what to do, how many drops of each one to put in. So it goes really, really quick. Now, what I already did was I have a chart that you want to keep. And here's my chart. And I write everything on here, and then I put it on a soft copy on my computers. I just keep it on a Google Docs. That way it's backed up, it's on the web. Basically what I have here on the chart is I got the date, my tank number. Right now I only have 1 tank, so it's tank number 1. My dissolved oxygen. If you guys want to copy this, let me know, and just send me a message and I'll send you a copy. The dissolved oxygen, the DO. I did not, it's 7.6. I'm not showing you that. It's a meter. I put in, I read the number. That's all there's to it. You guys don't need to know how to do that. There's also test kits like this for dissolved oxygen. I got the regular meter one that you put in. It gets real detailed, which is pretty nice. Then you check for pH. And then another one, the NH3. That's ammonia. Not ammonium, ammonia. The NH3, that's ammonia. And you get your nitrite, your nitrate, your feed. I'm not feeding, so that's still a 0. And my water temperature. My water temperature right now is 81. They've just got notes, different stuff I do for the kids here. So let's start with that. And what I always do is, the card here is where you match up the colors later. I always start the one side and work over, because they have to sit. That way you know where you're at, which one is what, and everything like that. Now, there's 2 pHs. There's the regular and the high range. I know I'm going to need this one, so I'll grab this one. And you read the top where it says add 3 drops. This one is 3. Shake it for a couple seconds. And this has like a child proof. You push the red in and you open it with the other hand. Now, you just put 3 drops in, 1, 2, 3, in the first vial. Okay? And I should have did that where you could see a little better. Then you put it in, you just shake it, and now I leave it sit. Now I'm going to hold this one out here so you can actually see this one a little better. Next one we're going to do is the ammonia test. You get ammonia bottle 1, okay, and this one says add 8 drops. So we want to shake it. A little warm out here today. It's in the mid-high 90s. Okay, add 8 drops. You just put it in and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cap that up. And then you go to your ammonia bottle 2, and it's add 8 drops. Now for this kit here, the different tests have different amount of drops, but if there's multi bottles, they both have the same drops. So this one's 8, another one is 10, so it makes it real easy to remember. So we'll get 8 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got there. Cap on. Mix it. Next we're going to do is nitrite. And this one we want 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake it up. Now before you use these, what you didn't see me, what I did was I rinsed all of these out beforehand. You rinse them out when you're done. Before I use them, I rinse them out again. And when you're rinsing them out, you don't put the water inside back in your tank. Just throw it out, rinse it, water from your tank, and throw that water out too. Now we're going to search for nitrate. You get bottle 1 right here. This is 10 drops. And you want to make sure you shake these before you use them. That's pretty important because the stuff, you have to get it suspended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, the nitrite and the nitrate's got to sit for a couple minutes. Okay. The pH one's done almost immediately. The ammonia's done almost immediately too. The nitrite's and nitrate. So now that those are done, if you want to, what you can do is do the nitrates first, do the others. By that time it's done, but it's not that big a deal. Okay, so now we're gonna. This is the first one we did with the pH, and what you want to do is get the color and match the color. Okay. So if I look at here, I do have a little green. It's probably hard to tell a little bit the color from there. I'll put it up there a little bit. I don't know if that helps at all. But it's looked like it's darker than the 6, but it's a little lighter than the 6.4, so it's right between. So we're going to say a 6.2 for that one. So I'm going to put the pH of 6.2. Okay, and here's what I mean. You got this here, just throw the water out. Get some water here, shake it out, and I do that twice. And don't forget the cap too. And this one's done. Okay, the next one is the ammonia. Okay, and we hold it up to the ammonia here. And if you look here, I don't know if you can tell that by the color, but it is a little darker than the 1, but it's definitely lighter than the 2, so we'll say 1.5 if it's in the middle there. So, which you want the ammonia low as possible, which the ammonia has. I did have ammonia when I first started off, about 3 or 4, and it's slowly going down because my nitrites, or they're turning into nitrites. So the next one we're going to go the nitrite, okay? And we go to the bottle here, and you look, it's like between 0.25 and 0.5. I'll put it up there. I don't know if that helps at all, but we'll just put 0.25 for nitrite. And that's another one you want pretty low, and you'll probably be pretty low on these too once your bacteria are in full force. My system is still cycling. I don't have a lot, but I do have a little in there. Okay, and then now we have the nitrate. And hold it up here to the color. And if you match it up, we are at 5 parts per million, so which is pretty nice, the ppm, parts per million, which is really nice, which means I have it. And as soon as I get a little more population, you know, of those bacteria in there, it's just going to skyrocket up, which will be pretty nice. So I'll put 5 parts per million in there. And then you just want to make sure you put all the kit away. But that's it. That's all there's to, you know, having a test kit and taking your test. And how often you want to do this is really dependent on you. If you got a new system, you really want to do it daily, especially when your system is cycling, so you know what's going on. Excuse me. But after it's cycled and you know everything is fine, when you get your fish, you want to start doing it daily too. After a month or two, you can start trailing off if you want to a little bit. You know, you still want to do it a minimum of every 3 to 4 days, but I will still do it every day. As you can see it, I was explaining it, and it still only took a couple minutes. So once you get your system down, this takes about a minute, minute and a half. And I kind of like it out here. You know, I'm by myself, I'm working on my system, and when I'm out here doing this, I can check on my fish, and you can do it when you're feeding your fish or you're picking your plants or something like that. So that's basically all there's to this tech kit. Now there's another test kit you can get where you'll have a piece of paper and you dunk them in the water and you leave them sit a minute and you match all the colors up. That kit's perfectly okay too. I've seen this one before. I've used this one before. It's really nice. And I think my wife used this when she used to have fish. She used to keep fish quite a bit before we got married. Before we actually knew each other, she had them. But I think she said she used one of this kit just like this too. Now they make another one that's just like this, that's salt water. You want to make sure you get the fresh water, not the salt water. So that's all you do for your testing, your fish and everything like that, to make sure your ammonias aren't too high, your nitrates aren't too high, your pH isn't too high. But that's it. I hope this video was informative and helpful in any way. If you have any questions, just down below right there, just throw your comments in. If you have any questions or anything like that. And like I said, this is a very simple spreadsheet I made, but if you want a copy of it, just let me know in the comments and I'll get it to you somehow. We can talk back and forth how you want me to send it to you or something like that. But that's it. I hope everybody has a great day.